What's the second thought? There is no second pass.
Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Chaos, guys. Holy shit. Whoa, what's going on? Good morning, G-Dog. Good morning. Is everyone having a great day? Yes, this Gwei is dumping down to 83 8 cents 3, man. Insane this morning. I'm just gonna get right into it. Yeah, and crazy guys. I can't stop buying the dip. Just keeps on dipping. This is kind of the last spot. I mean, no one ever saw this one coming, but this is kind of the last level of support that Gwei has going on right now at about 8 cents 3. We even blew through 9 cents 6, which I didn't think was even going to go that low either. But we just kept on dipping. I've been up all freaking night buying this dip. All freaking night. It just keeps on going. All right. Again, it should stop here. If it doesn't, then yeah, we're going to go down to... Holy crap. What's 6 cents 5? Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we did lose all the trend we had when we did lose about 11 cents flat. All right, we got to get into yeah, what's going on with you guys in the chat. How, of course, what's going on with the rest of the markets. The rest of the markets are in a defunk as well. We did lose about 40-50 billion dollars overnight. Yeah, as the forward market was trading, and the war is, of course, the ceasefire is off. Trump just, of course, announced last night that the ceasefire is over, and he's in the middle of a talk right now with Zelensky again this morning. So I can give you guys a quick little update, and then we'll get back in the chat, catch up. There's a lot going on this morning, of course. Here we go.
I'm happy to do so.
I just wonder what you make of a day like today when we call the ceasefire off. Oil rises at one point more than 5%. Now it is up 5.3%, but it's not even at $80 a barrel. Yields are barely moving higher, something like a couple basis points, 1.6 basis points to be precise. Stocks are kind of selling off, and the thing that is selling off the most is tech, which used to be kind of like this nice little safety blanket when we had geopolitical concerns. I mean, what do you even make of a day like today, which in years past could have led to a bigger and more steep sell-off?
But we've had lots of days like today, right, over the last 18 months. We've had days like today when trade was starting to go into turmoil.
Yeah. We've seen this happen before. Like, I've seen it happen like 6 times in the last 2 or 3 years. All right, let's continue on. What else do we have?
Appetite for Chinese stocks. Those ADRs up 9%. Now, at the same time, President Trump is still meeting with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. The president mentioning that the U.S. will probably strike Iran again on Wednesday. That bilateral will continue, along with a likely press conference coming from the president in the next hour or so. You can watch this on Live Go on your terminal. This is Bloomberg Open Interest.
Hard question.
When will we end this war?
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever answered that question. I've been asking that question.
Mr. President, what's the status of a drug deal between the U.S. and Ukraine?
So yeah, it is total chaos this morning. Holy crap.
The Fed's June meeting minutes out today at 2 p.m. New York time. The release is expected to show stronger support for rate hikes if inflation stays above target. Policymakers were increasingly focused on restoring price stability, with nearly half favouring at least one hike this year. The Minute's also providing the first detailed look at Kevin Warsh's leadership of the Fed.
Yeah, we should have those meetings out like by 10, I think. I think we should have those minutes out by 10. All right. Holy crap, there's so much stuff to cover, guys.
New York City reopening some streets around the former Pfizer building in Midtown after emergency crews stabilized a damaged section of the high-rise. The apartment conversion project was evacuated when workers found buckling columns and sagging floors. No injuries were reported, and officials say the damage appears contained. NATO is considering skipping its 2027 Leaders Summit as officials look to avoid another public clash with President Trump. The alliance is also wary of spotlighting host Albania, which is one of NATO's lowest defense spenders. Officials say it's still undecided whether the summit will happen next year or be delayed. Danny.
Bonnie, thank you very much. Turning back to markets this morning, which again are falling, but nothing dramatic, not down, even down 1% as yield.
All right. So, yeah, it's not going to be a good open, guys. It does not look like it anyway. Bitcoin's still holding 61,700. Again, keeping its head above water here, but, of course, not looking too pretty. We have about 2 more minutes until the morning open bell. All right, what else can we get? What else can we dig in? It just keeps on going, guys. Let me catch up with you guys in the chat real quick, and then we'll take a look at what's going on with the weather with Bitcoin this morning. UFC 329 this weekend. Let's place bets on Polymarket and watch it together on the Discord. F crypto. Better gambling odds on UFC. Okay. Maybe we can talk about that. Tonight on the Patreon Live. Zapper, yes, what's going on, Zapper? Michael of Crypto Dumpy says the dip will continue to dip till the rich feel as though their pockets are full enough. Way to 5 or 6 cents. Again, the next stop is about 6.5. I'll be scooping. I have not stopped scooping. It's pretty insane how far down we are down on Gwei this morning. Oh, insane. All right, what else we have? Felt Gwei today and bought the dip, says, Mike. Grand Rising Otaku and Chaos Crew, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. Stay safe, guys. Again, don't risk more than you're willing to lose. And when I mean lose, I mean absolutely lose. Yes, sir. We're going full degen here now on Gwei. All right. Let's get back over here to see what else we got. What's going on with Bitcoin in the news on the weather this morning. All right. Let's take a look. Look. We have about a minute. I can't keep up this morning. All right. Looks like, of course, we have more doom this morning. This is not looking good at all. Of course, very, very bearish on the before the morning open. You can take a look on at the weather. It looks like clouds, the clouds with a chance of thunderstorms today. It's overall flat in the volume, 7.2 billion against 7.6 billion. Again, some of the lower amounts of volume we've seen here with Bitcoin over the last few weeks today. I can see here in the morning, as within like the last 12 hours, even I would say about 10. We've had, of course, huge positions being added to every key level, all the way down. So not looking good at all today. We do still have support right around 61 flat. If we do lose that, we're going back down to possibly testing the upper 59 to lower 58. And as of right now, it is looking like it wants to go lower. On the weekly, again, we're starting to roll over. You can see this. You don't have to be Neo to see through the matrix. It looks like we're going to come crashing down. Unless something is there to stop it, we might actually come back down by tonight to see that low retracement to Bitcoin's final bottom at about 5758 59k. Again, still holding just about that. I think that bounce happened at like 50. What was it? 57 7. Again, a wick down on a wick happened like for just a few minutes. My phone just will not let me sleep or do anything. It just keeps going up all night. AI down another 3%. If you guys are in that project, that is coming down as well. I about sold all my small bags of everything just to buy this dip on Gwei. So I went full bull-tard into Gwei. So I'm already out of my position entirely on AI this morning. Just giving you an update. Everything is is starting to roll over. And I took profits on everything I was still green on within the last 24 hours. As Gwei was the outlier and dipping. All right. Let's see what else we got going on, guys. We do have the opening bell happening right now. I was actually about a minute late. Damn it. A minute late on the opening bell. So much happening today. Holy crap.
Was wearing that scarf. So that's
MLS
cool.
ringing the bell.
The World Cup has taught us that soccer, football, whatever you call it, is awesome. It's a great sport, and so hopefully the MLS gets more love. Let's look at some of the stocks at the open. Energy stocks. As you'd imagine, as the price of oil moves higher, so too do these. Exxon, Chevron, Occidental, all up. In the case of Oxy, up 2.8%. Again, it's that uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz. Recall, all of this started with ships being struck in the strait, and then the U.S. Treasury revoking their waiver to exempt Iranian oil exports, and now this threat from the president. Vani.
All right, U.S.-Iran tensions, Danny, adding a new layer of risk to the AI trade, which was already undergoing a
US-Iran
from hyperscaler and memory stocks
and
to the broader
Ukraine
markets.
And Russia
so you can
all
see
at
their
once this morning.
Somehow still up. Intel down 1%. Let's continue the conversation. Still with us is Threadneedle Ventures founder Ann Berry. Again, like this market is so hard to discern, especially with the chip trade. So when we get to Friday and we get SK Hynix coming in, I was mentioning this before, that all of a sudden you get into this market, more ETFs come in, leverage ETFs. Yes. You've seen that happen in South Korea, where there's been kind of this like frenzy around it. Leveraging seems to start to cause a sell-off in itself. I wonder what you make of those, what you make of them as investments, and if it's something that concerns you when these strange like market structure products come in.
So yes, and yes. Right. So I personally don't trade and leverage ETFs.
All right. You don't want to talk about this with you. Let's go over to the CNBC and see what they're talking about this morning.
Entertainment. Request your invite at cnbcevents.com/gameplan.
Right now? Right after the opening bell?
If you're still feeling stiff,
we might be behind on the coverage there. That's weird. All right, let's get back to headlines then. We got to get into some big headlines. Oil prices jump as Trump says U.S.-Iran deal is over. We're done messing around here. We're just gonna unleash the bombs, as he of course came out and said this morning. West Texas is now almost at 75. Again, everything is exploding. One direction or the other. Big tech is dodging the chip stocks wipeout. This is of course Yahoo Finance. Let's see what else is going on over in CNBC. Dow futures dropped more than 400. Let's refresh here. Fed meeting minutes to show family fights over rates. The squabble could drag on for a while with the Fed governors over this matter. Trump says the ceasefire is over and U.S. will hit them hard tonight. Not even going to pull punches anymore. It's going to happen tonight on a Monday. He usually does not do this. He does not do this before the end of the week. U.S. President Donald Trump said the American ceasefire with Iran is over, telling NATO summit in Ankara. Turkey, I don't want to deal with them anymore. Later, Trump said the U.S. will probably attack Iran hard again tonight. Probably. The rhetoric on this. Trump's comments came after the U.S. Launched a series of retaliatory strikes against Iran, with both sides accusing each other of violating the ceasefire. And it's just never going to. All right. Anything else happening here? It is Wednesday? Oh my God, it's Wednesday. Holy crap. All right. U.S. President Trump said on Wednesday, Washington ceasefire with Iran is over and they're threatening more than military action. And it's going to happen soon. So soon. Tonight?
When will then be now? Soon.
We'll see. Trump opposes Carroll getting $5 million in damages in verdict. I don't know what the hell that is. Supreme Court bid. I don't know what that is. Bezos' Blue Origin valued at $130 billion in the first public fundraising round. Mitch McConnell's health concerns grow. We talked about this. It was last weekend, wasn't it? Or it might have been Monday. I think it was on Monday's live on the Patreon. If you guys are not part of the Patreon, it's only $15 a month to hang out with the Chaos crew. Yeah, it's only $50 a month. We're gonna have another one again tonight. It's of course you guys can come out and ask your questions, hang out, and we have a full open discussion with the community on matters that matter, right? things that actually matter in crypto, and also the just the fun stuff too. Getting to know each other, and of course, we are a growing family here. China warns about the AI risk with Anthropic's Claude Code. Weekly mortgage demand drops as rates remain stuck in a narrow range. Credit for most traffic won't return to normal until 2027, as reported by Kalshi Traders predictions. Crazy. I remember Trump saying something at the beginning of the year. He was like, we probably won't get it back to normal until like November or something, this war may, it'll be, the war will be over in like 2 or 3 months, or 2 or 3 minutes, or 2 or 3 days, or whatever, 2 or 3 something. Not gonna happen. Speculators now see just a 44% chance of the traffic will return to normal before December 1st. The earliest they forecast is now by January 1st, 2027, when the odds rose to 53% over last night. Insane. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on with the overall market before we get into the sentiment. Looks like, again, right now we're sitting at 2.14 trillion. I'm expecting a lot lower, honestly. I was expecting, I guess, to see like 2.1, maybe 2.09, a bit more of a broader sell-off, but we're not quite there. Not yet, anyway. Maybe everyone's waiting to see if we're actually going to drop the bombs. But as of right now, we did lose about 40 to $50 billion overnight in crypto. All right, let's get into a full over sentiment, guys. Full on sentiment, starting, of course, with the TradFi. We were just a hair away from neutral. We'll see if that still remains, but this is exactly where we were yesterday, sitting at 44 in fear, only a slight hair away from neutral for the for a traditional market. Cryptos, slipping into extreme fear. We were at a high of 27, the highest we've been in quite a while, and now we're slipping back down to about 20 in extreme fear for crypto. Again, what else is new? Let's take a look at Dixie. Dixie sitting at 101 this morning, flat. Not flat, but rising. Within, of course, the last announcement of ongoing wars with these countries. There's so many of them going on right now. And they're definitely getting more of the spotlight than they did. And it was really quiet the last 2 weeks on the Iran war, the Iran front. It's been quiet for months on the Ukrainian front until, of course, everything popped off yesterday. And again, the dollar, everyone goes to daddy dollar for support and safety. Let's go take a look at the bubbles. The bubbles, guys, today. What is going on? Top 100 right now, down an average of 3.4%. With Lab curbing this 80% drop on Lab, as we just saw a huge drop on Gwei as well. I don't even know if Gwei is still, it's still in the top 200, down to about 26%. It's actually more if you count the foreign market close. It's like closer to like 40 or 50% on Gwei. And those two, of course, affecting the top 1 and 200 respectively. Again, the curved ball right now sitting at about 2 to 3% here, down on 3 to 5. 3.5 to 3% on the top 1 and 200 today. All right, so again, let's get the big one out of the room. Of course, LAB down 80% here on a single day. I know some of you guys in the Crypto Chaos crew were, of course, clamoring about that, talking about it on the Discord as well. I know Strawberry was definitely mentioning it last night. Let's take a look and see what else is going on here on the weekly. The biggest movers, because everything is down today, guys. Everything is down. That's definitely the biggest mover. We do have some other ones down about 10 to 11% here. Those are the next big movers we have on a single day here on the top 100. Arrow, Beat, Meme Core, Data, Pump, and ETHFI all down now. All down now this morning with the rest of the market. Take a look at the weekly again. Still up considerably on some of these projects. The only thing we have that's really oversold after all of this is still LAB, Cantor, that's CCC, the Canton Network, down 13% in a single day. It's a runner-up there. VVV is still down 15%. The only thing really oversold with LAB, in my opinion, on the weekly. Take a look at the monthly again. Lab is still the most oversold here on the month. Again, down 83% in a single day. Still having that, of course, show up here on the monthly. In that pain is still here. We're starting to see a little bit more pain here. Again, there was nothing here oversold yesterday on the top 100. Now we're starting to see a few more. There's about 4 assets here oversold here for the month. It is LAB, Beat, BVV, and Meme Core. That is it. You have 4 assets that are still the almost oversold here. The only ones, of course, 30% or more on the monthly. Doing the same thing over here on the top 200 as well. Ansem is down 29% on the day. Again, that meme coin just blew up like crazy. Everyone was chasing it, and then they got, of course, what they deserved. Jido down 21% today, this morning, as well as Gwei. Again, these are huge pullbacks on a single day, guys. Ultima, Grass, and XPL. Gwei, again, I can't stop talking about it. Huge pullback for Gwei. From the upper 11 support to now 8 cents 3. And now it's bouncing at about a quick 8.3 to about 8.7. Again, it's got a long way to get back up to those ranges it just fell from. Let's get back to the weekly. Again, Jido, Velvet, DYDX, Build On, Gwei, Grass. Those are the only ones oversold here on the weekly. And on the monthly, we probably have a few more here now. We do. We have got maybe about 6 here. Kite, Build On, Chili's, Gwei, Falcon Finance, Track, all down roughly. UB, all down roughly about 35%. It just keeps continuing. Looks like Gwei just moved up another 3% off that bounce. It's blowing up my phone right now. All right, 90% off on Humanity Token again. This coin had blown up like crazy, only holding about 20% this year now. Insane fall off that cliff there. Crazy. Looks like we're finally trying to push the rest of the market into extreme fear and panic. Sell everything before the final bottom. It seems like it. It doesn't seem like there's still too much pain. I know it's been really exciting in the last 24 hours, but we're still not seeing like every asset oversold here on any time frame. Again, it still feels like the bottom is near. I was surprised this morning when I saw the overall market cap holding up more than 2.1. Right, we're almost at 2.2 still. This morning it's sitting at 2.14. We're closer to 2.2 than we are to 2 trillion flat. So it's definitely hanging on there. Again, if you're taking a look at the overall price of Bitcoin and where we're at with the disregarding the price of Bitcoin, I guess, and the holders that are still holding these assets, they're still underwater. A majority of Bitcoin holders are down 50% from where they bought. 50%. And they're still holding. Again, why would you sell now if you're already that close to the historical 4-year cycle bear market bottom? Why would you sell now? All right, speaking of Bitcoin's still holding 61,900, still attempting, of course, to get back to 62. It doesn't seem like it's having any problem keeping at least the 60s right now. But again, it's still looking pretty weak as we get into the afternoon. Maybe we'll see what happens after the bombs drop, if they do drop indeed tonight. All right, let's get back to TradFi, see what else is cooking up here, and then we get into crypto news. I'm behind on everything today, guys, because everything is just too much chaos this morning. It's great. All right, let's get back over here to TradFi.
For tariff refunds. And finally, Alcoa getting downgraded at Morgan Stanley. Still higher, though. The firm sees aluminum prices falling as new supply pushes the market into a surplus, hurting earnings for Alcoa given its high exposure to metals prices. Danny.
More on commodity markets and oil, with Brent surging above $77 a barrel after the president said that the tentative ceasefire with Iran is over. He said talks would continue, but expressed skepticism on their usefulness. He also threatened to strike Iran again tonight and said that the U.S. may reimpose Hormuz's blockade, but only for Iran. Joining us now is oil reporter Mia Gindis. Mia, it's maybe important to even think about like where we stand in the Strait of Hormuz before we talk about the price. Are ships still traversing it now, even with Iran having
we just got some of the Chinese ships that were stuck in for weeks.
And the president saying what he has been?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I mean, There's definitely a lot of tough choices facing ship owners that are hoping to traverse the Strait of Hormuz at the moment. Even before we saw the retaliatory strikes, the U.S. against Iran,
closer to 80.
the traffic through the Hormuz was not at pre-war levels, right? So we hadn't totally recovered. As a ship owner, the choices that you're facing at the moment are: do I want to pay a toll, right? Do I even want to take on the danger of crossing the Hormuz, given the attacks that we've seen over the past few days? Do I want to go via the Omani corridor that's supported by the U.S., or do I want to go on the Iranian side? So it's unclear, really, how ship owners will proceed, following the strikes that we've seen overnight. We're hearing from shipping executives that a lot are choosing to go via the Iranian side to sort of avoid angering officials and the attacks that we've seen over the past few days. But we'll really be monitoring traffic going through the Hormuz along with the market.
Yeah, and I mean, if the sanctions waivers were rolled back, then ship owners won't want to be doing that either, because they won't want to be going against the sanctions that the U.S. has imposed. So at what point do ship owners drop anchor again and strand people?
All right. I didn't feel that conversation anyway was going anywhere. Let's go back. We should get those meeting minutes here in about 20 minutes. 15 minutes, I think. Let's take a look and see what we also have on CNBC.
To find their voice and...
they're back.
Live streams.
No, they're not. They're still on break. Then I guess we'll jump back into, I guess tech news and see if there's anything else developing. Stocks and oil surge as Trump declares Iran ceasefire is over. It's the same things we already covered this morning. And again, when will meeting minutes drop? Morning. Should happen right around 10:30. Okay. Oh my god. There's no particular time, I guess. We're just whenever. I guess whenever. Today. Sometime today. All right, let's get back into crypto news. We're going to get into crypto news early, I guess, today. Cryptonews.net, literally a crime. Cardano creator reacts to Ethereum's next big innovation. Oof. What we got, Charles? Lay it on me. Lay it on me, Charles. What we got now? What's the next piece of drama in your life that you're spreading across the world? Ethereum Foundation developers are looking for a way to save the network from a critical growth of its database and have turned into an architecture of its main competitor. Researcher Tony Warshatter proposed the introducing elements of the UTXO model into Ethereum, a model that has been successfully created by Charles, of course, of Cardano, and used by Cardano for years. And this Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, a former Ethereum co-founder who left the project in 2014 after a public split over the deep disagreements with Vitalik Buterin over the network's commercial direction, accused the former colleagues of hypocrisy, as you know, as he should, as he should. Ethereum's problem lies in its account-based model, as the network is forced to permanently store active data on the balance of every wallet, and even if the transfer has a one-time transaction as part of the EIP 8141 standard frame transactions, Warshatter proposed making simple payments one-time use. Information about them would be verified from the blockchain history. Only a single spent bit would remain in active memory. According to the author's calculations, this would reduce the unnecessary data growth by 99.8% for basic L1 transfers. Ooh, this may be another reason why Gwei is dropped so hard in the last 24 hours as well. Because again, if they're I mean, I'm not an expert, but or a developer, but 99.8% of the transfers on the L1 are no longer necessary. Maybe it'll, of course, require less gas, of course, to push that through. That's the entire idea behind Gwei and its coin. Is, of course, save on gas. Hoskinson, whose Cardano blockchain was originally built on a modified extended UTXO model, or EUTXO model, specifically solved the scaling problem. The news became a trigger. He reacted emotionally to the initiative on X, stating that there would be unspoken taboo inside the Ethereum ecosystem against the recognizing of his contributions. The main irony of this dispute is technical. The UTXO model itself belongs to Bitcoin, but it's a network has no smart contracts. It's simply just used as a wallet. And Cardano, however, took this mechanism as a foundation, has beginning it to expand it to UTXO in order to run complex applications. Again, this was just yesterday. It's not like I've been literally working on this topic for over 10 years of my life and launched a cryptocurrency that was number 3 on CoinMarketCap with millions of users to deploy it. It's literally a crime in the Ethereum inner circles to mention Cardano. UTXO is, yeah, okay, it continues over there. So yeah, this all just dropped, probably within the last 12 to 16 hours. Can I not get that here? Oh, okay. It just goes to another post that's not related. Oh no, that's Tony Warshatter. I don't know. All right. So that's yeah, more of Charles drama spilling over into the internet. And I guess I'll give him this one. I'll give him that one. Nexo appoints ex-Binance exec lead to Argentina's business and launches the Nexo card. We got Citadel drop U.S. Portofino suit. Seeks a bankruptcy over the firm's founder in the UK. SpaceX's first Bitcoin wallet movements in 6 months likely don't signal sales. I don't know why it would. Is Bitcoin repeating the 2018 pattern? That's the only times we go over this. God, I'm so spent. Cardano's founder Charles Hosking attacks Ethereum again, and then we just read that, of course. Bitcoin's inflation quagmire gets stickier as renewed Middle East conflict sends oil prices soaring. That's what we're talking about this morning. U.S. dollar probably makes a statement about Iran. Bitcoin falls, oil rises, and that's pretty much where we're at this morning. Wow, it's kind of the same on blast, back and forth. Michael Saylor did post a tweet on this earlier. I think it was in the last 8 to 10 hours. Bitcoin needs just 3.3% annual growth for strategy to fund its stretch dividends indefinitely. It won't matter again anymore. But the investors still won't get it. Okay, Bitcoin is repeating the 2018 playbook perfectly. Again, it's Benjamin Cohen. It says Benjamin Cohen. What else? Is crypto headed for another quarter one style sell-off amid macro FUD? Possibly. I mean, it's too soon to tell. Reserve Bank on India still favors a crypto prohibition to curtail tax evasion. Yang, gold, oil, XRP. Michael Gade names his top assets to weather the global margin call. All right. Let's see what the rest of the market is, because everything looks red. Everything looks red on the sidelines here. Holy shit. ZBEC is the only thing up right now, and it's a fraction of a percent. Zama's up about almost 2%. And everything else is still red on all my tickers on my screen here. Oh my god, everything. Even gold, silver, stock market, everything. Stock market now slipping down to $7,464. Attempting to stay afloat here. I mean, it's still hanging in there. It's still, you know. We'll see if it gets squeezed back up here by next week. Looks like gold again. A little bit of a roller coaster ride on gold and silver. Silver back to $58 an ounce. Crazy ride we've been in this year. All right, 61,600 on Bitcoin. Let's see what else is going on with the news. TradFi again. It's just 5 minutes away.
Maybe the major marginal difference there with them not coming back into the market now for months, as far as refilling sort of their reserves and being an active buyer of the the extra kind of marginal barrel out there. So right now there's just more supply, even with only about 70% of the Gulf sort of getting out through all the workarounds and through the Strait. It just hasn't been a real issue. And again, this has surprised the whole entire market.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone said that it would have been a massive issue if the whole thing had just even lasted a week or two longer, right? That we avoided the catastrophe just by seconds, if not days. And this time around, we may not be so lucky if wells are already basically empty.
Right, and it's tale of two cities, right? We've finally seen skew and the tightness.
Damn, Bloomberg's getting like... something emergency is happening in the background there. Let's take a look and see what Cliff's got for us in the chat. He said that the MSM actors and their scripts, what was said.
Ceasefire over. Is the ceasefire done? Is the MOU dead?
It's a very interesting question. To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Woodcoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars. We make a deal. And if I make a deal with him, we have a deal. And he goes out, he talks. We make a deal. Everyone's agreed. No nuclear weapon. We make a deal. They go outside, talk to the press. They say, we never even talked about it. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo.
Maybe we never really talked to them, or maybe they just don't have any sort of real structure in command over there. Let's take a look and see what else. We've got here from the Cliffmeister this morning. India's central bank is backing nationwide crypto ban. The Reserve Bank of India reserves its demand for its comprehensive ban on digital assets. The institution cites escalating risks to monetary sovereignty and financial instability. Internal government documents reveal the RBI is urging that lenders be barred to all exposure of crypto assets in privacy issued stablecoins to prevent the systemic contagion within the domestic banking sector. Data indicates that India currently hosts 39 million investors holding an estimated 2.1 billion in digital assets, yet tax compliance remains a primary friction point for the state. And this is all, I guess, coming out within the last last few hours here on X. Thank you for that update, Cliff. Thank you. Diamond pattern showing a drop. SP5 going down as fall as well. Yes, that's what we're looking at this morning. Strawberry Dragons reiterating scumbag. Yes. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons, of course, our favorite flavor of dragon in the chat. Good morning, guys. Oh, I cannot wake up. It's been a really rough night. All right, let's take a look and see what else we have going on in TradFi. Get back over there again. Everything continues to develop into getting those Fed meetings minutes this morning. CNBC, are we ever going to see them this morning? This is like constantly on break.
For your 1926 $10 gold
you're gonna get your
coins
gold coins.
Out.
Get the gold coins. It's a special edition. Gold coins. Get them before they're gone. Oh, God. All right, let's take a look and see more crypto news then. I guess we'll get into Cointelegraph next. Kazakhstan president signs decree to accelerate crypto adoption in their nation. They've been, of course, very, very ahead on this. They were one of the biggest crypto or Bitcoin mining nations of the world in the past few years. Bull Bitcoin asked French court to strike down DAC implementing. Bitcoin speculators in focus as annualists say textbook Bitcoin bottom is near. It's underway. I guess we can get into one of these opinion pieces. I mean, we're just kind of hanging out waiting for the next narrative to play out this morning. Analysts Bitcoin bottom will be very obvious in hindsight. Of course, everything's obvious in hindsight. In their latest analysis on X, the Bitcoin quant account known as Frank became famous for economist Frank A. Fetter. Doubled down on the conviction of the worst of the Bitcoin price downtrend is over. This is textbook Bitcoin bottom. I mean, the bottom signal has a flash, or it is flashing. It'll be very obvious in hindsight. An accompanying chart shows the 200-week simple moving average, the 200 SMA for Bitcoin USD, along with various quantiles. The ninth quantile is on particular interest, having marked reversals at a point of hit 2022 in the bear market, in March 2020. COVID crash. Prices now back to the reversal zone, and that's kind of what we're looking at there. Okay, all right. So it's all in the bands, guys. It's all in the bands. So anyway, let's see what. Okay, so the ninth quantile is for turning to short-term holders, wallets, and holding Bitcoin for up to 6 months without selling. Another encouraging sign emerges for Frank. A positive readings for the cohorts. Spent output for profit ratio when the measures the proportion of coins moving on chain for profit or loss. Of course, we went over that again already this week. Again, there's 50%, more than 50% now are holding at a loss. Who is likely to sell? Who is likely to sell? And that's not just in Bitcoin. That's in majority of the markets. I would say even higher than that. people are sitting at a loss, say holding Ethereum, SWI, definitely Ethereum, SWI, just everything, guys, are probably sitting at more of a loss than 50% of those holders when you're looking at the overall, crypto as a whole. Okay, let's get back over to TradFi. Anything else breaking? We are running around with a head cut off this morning. It is a good time. It is a good time. Is like CNBC down?
Thanks so much. Welcome to Closing Bell. Scott Wapner live from Post 9 here at the New York Stock Exchange.
What the hell?
This make or break out begins with the breakdown in tech. More than 80%.
What? Why are we looking at the closing bell? Okay. This is what you get for free, guys. Again, I don't pay for what I get for free. So this is, of course, CNBC brought to you by News Live. That's right, newslive.com. Don't pay for what you get for free. If you want to watch all the major news outlets for free, that's where you can do it over here. They have a little bit of everything here. Okay, we're going to have to skip them because there's something going on with their their site. Perfect day to have for that to happen, too. Anything else breaking on CNBC this morning? No. Fed meeting minutes still not out. No, does it tell us an average of what time they're gonna maybe it might not drop till this afternoon, guys. I don't know. Might be kind of sitting on the hands waiting for this for no reason anyway. Okay, let's get back to the crypto news. Let's take a look at the CoinDesk. It all drops to USO Portofino suit. You already read that headline. Beyond self-custody, stag hunt, and missing layer of the internet. Okay, it's sponsored. I don't like read sponsored ads anyway. SpaceX first Bitcoin wallet movements in a month. We already read that headline. We already covered most of the stuff already. BlackRock backed Securitized slides 40% after SPAC dispute. Our debut despite tokenization boom. Reserve Bank of India still favors crypto prohibition to curtail tax evasion. We already caught that early from the Cliffmeister. Thank you so much, Cliff, for of course bringing us that news this morning as well. All right, guys, we might have to jump into doom scrolling. Everyone's on edge this morning and nothing's really happening. Let's take a look. Anything else developing on cryptonews.com? They're usually really behind on this. Ethereum price stabilizes as Tether burns 2.5 billion USDT stablecoins. Crypto news July 8th. US strikes again. Strikes Iran again. Ethereum price wobbles after Bitcoin spot sell off. What's Ethereum at right now? 1700. Still hanging out 1700. I don't think we're really doing too much here of a wobble. But as of right now, it's just kind of going sideways, trending around 1700. We just lost 1830. And we've only been back to 1700 now for what, a good day or two. Like, we got recency bias for sure. It's the 8th today. We got back to 1700 just yesterday from that dip we just saw at the beginning of the end of the month and the beginning of this month. Okay, so nothing really happening with Ethereum this morning. Let's take a look. Not quite yet. Clarity Act faces 4-week Senate deadline before August recess. These are days old. All right, I'm going to give Daily Hodl one last try, and then we'll get into crypto news over on X. And we'll try TradFi. It's 10 o'clock now, so we'll give TradFi a chance again. Give those the minutes. President Trump, Bitcoin reserve plan encounters in interagency hurdles. Yeah, because we still have like an agency to create that strategic reserve outlined by that plan. Media Fuse rolls out technology wire, allows your business, scams, hacks. Of no real crypto news here for a minute. Strategy executes a record $216 million Bitcoin sale. That was like the last crypto news they had before that. That's terrible. Bitcoin Daily Hodl. Come on, man. Come on. All right, let's get back into TradFi one more time. See if they got this game on
in the
30 seconds.
back wall of the boat.
Cody Binkley racing his boat to the scene.
CNBC, I think, is a goner this morning. Yeah, this has got to be old news from yesterday. The end of the close yesterday. Yeah, the closing bell, 55 minutes. Yeah, this is an old cast. I don't know what happened with this site, but definitely not up to date anymore with CNBC. All right, we got about 5 minutes until they come back. We'll see if they got anything on the minutes. Cliff says, well, heck, President Trump, we had 111 missiles shot from Islamic Republic of Japan. And that's coming from Cliff in the chat. Thank you again, Cliff. Ari, good morning, Ari. Good morning, good morning. And this is what Trump said.
We had 111 missiles shot by the Islamic Republic of Japan. They were shot at the aircraft carrier over a period of about 1 hour. 111 missiles going to a very expensive ship. We had 100.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Cliff says, no, the CUM, Canada, USA, Mexico, out of the World Cup, but Crypto Q UFC weekend sounds good to him as well. Nice. Of course, the Chaos Crew. We'll talk about that tonight on the Patreon Live. If that's something you guys want to do, well, maybe we'll do it. Crypto right now has kind of been lately. I get it. All right, Paul Sweeney giving us a skinny here.
It's higher. Adam Phillips, Managing Director of Investments at EP Wealth Advisors, will give us his thoughts on these markets. Mandeep Singh, Global Head of Tech Research at Bloomberg Intelligence. We got a lot of stuff to talk to him about there. NVIDIA's $1 trillion slide sends valuation to pre-AI boom levels. I thought NVIDIA was the bomb for AI. I guess that's playing out a little bit here, so we'll get the latest. Right now, let's get a Bloomberg Business Session. We do that with John Tucker.
All right, guys, this flash brought to you by IBKR. For the past 3 years, Interactive Brokers' individual clients averaged 24.3% annually.
All right, we're not going to get it, guys. We're not going to get it. All right. I'm over it. Let's go doom scrolling. TradFly sucks this morning. We're not getting anything out of them. Okay, let's get over here, guys. Let's see what else is going on. If you guys don't forget to watch, if you hit the like and subscribe if you guys haven't, of course, seen my channel before and you like what you're seeing here today. Of course, we cover the news every single morning and every single night for the foreign market open and the American open. Just in, Strike launches Bitcoin-backed loans that cannot be liquidated. We got this from Jack Mallers at 2026 Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas. I was sitting right in front of him. He did say that he had, of course, loans coming that would not be able to get liquidated. This has basically bear market proof loans on Bitcoin. If you wanted to get, of course, a loan against your Bitcoin, Jack Mallers said they're offering loans against Bitcoin where their collateral is never sold, even if Bitcoin drops 80%. As long as payments stay current with your loan, you never have to sell your Bitcoin. And this is where everything is going. This was one of the major talking points at Bitcoin in 2026 was how just the sheer amount of how many ways you can borrow against your Bitcoin now. It is insane. Breaking Trump says he wants to cut off all U.S. trade with Spain immediately, and we're going into full blown like chaos now with. we're not even there yet. I predicted that by the end of the midterms, or getting close to the end of the midterms, by the time it's the end of no return, he's going to bring tariffs back to the front again, because again, it's not going to be not going to matter if it's a bad look after the midterms for him and the country. I don't want anything to do with Spain. Cut off all the trade with Spain, including visits. Yeah, we don't need them. We don't have any trade with them. I don't want anything to do with them anymore. Wow. Justin, Senator Lummis warns the U.S. is running out of time on crypto rules. This is coming an hour ago out from Crypto, Cryptos R Us. You're George, I'm George, we're all George. I'm Otaku, you're Otaku. Yeah, that guy. She says that 2026 is likely the last chance to pass real digital asset legislation before 2030. If we fail to pass the Clarity Act, we're ensuring another country will write the rules for digital assets. And we already saw that happen last week, guys. Taiwan already has their regulations up and passed in their country. The Senate also has roughly 1 month of legislative time left before the August recess, and the runway is short. Trump says U.S. will probably hit Iran today. Again, we are cooked. We're cooked. Coming from Ash Crypto, he says it. You gotta pay attention, man. We're cooked, guys. We're cooked. Bitcoin has survived 17 years of attacks, bans, deaths, and trillions printed against it. In 2026, the story is no longer will it work? It's already here. Yeah, it's already here. Strategy Bitcoin sale did not tap the 1.25 billion plan. Strategy's 135 million Bitcoin sale was not part of the newly approved 1.25 billion Bitcoin monetization program, according to VanEck's Matthew Sigel. The transaction was classified as a dividend payment rather than the reserve sale. That means the company's monetization limit remains untouched. Strategy currently holds more than 847 Bitcoin. All right, probably 4 to 8 years from now, we'll all be talking about the next Bitcoin bottom. 300K, 800K, $1 million, says capital B's, Alexandre Lazette. Again, guys, reminding you every single day, as much as I possibly can, remember to buy some more Bitcoin. Don't get off zero. If you don't have any, get off zero. Make sure you have some before it's all gone. Again, this entire thing is happening right now. And look at this little cliff here. This is the amount of Bitcoin left on exchanges as we are starting to roll over a little bit here after all this news. Interesting to see that there. Only 2.48 million remaining on all the exchanges in the world. Make sure you get a piece of the pie today. All right. Some of you guys told me that I make you guys paranoid when I say that. I have to. Good. I'm glad I do. You better get into your skull, damn it. Oh, it's the most scarce asset we have. The only real money we've ever created. All right. South Korea's Kospi is now down 23% in the last 19 days, wiping out roughly 1.2 quadrillion. $800 billion in market value. Again, the Kospi just keeps bleeding. This is what started the pain this week, and it's continuing. Japan's Nikkei is also 225 is also down 8% in the last 16 days, racing roughly 85 trillion yen, $570 billion worth just today alone. Insane, guys. Foreign markets are bleeding. Again, we're going to feel that over here as well. Bitcoin, we're claiming 62,000 here just on the last wick. Linek, me leaving the party because no one wants to talk about crypto. Making money, life hacks, government corruption, conspiracies. Bye. This is exactly what we do here. I love it. All right. Anything else going on? Anything else breaking? That might be it. We've kind of exhausted it. Again, the 10-year, 20-year bond in Japan, still dangerous economic position right now for Japan. The bond yields just hit the 30-year highs. Every business and government itself now pays more to borrow, and debt is now at 206% of GDP, the highest in the developed world as yield rates rise. But it's not the highest they've ever been in Japan, though. Before they did start hiking rates, they were at 305%, so they come down quite a bit. You can't ignore that either. And right now, again, against the world stage, it still is the highest, again, of course, against their GDP, but insane. World debt clocks, yep. Going over here, 255 for the Japan. All right. Anything else? $200 billion VanEck on Bitcoin. You want to have full Bitcoin position in by October. Get it in before October, says VanEck analyst.
Science is that you want to have your full position by October. So, putting in some type of like time-based buying where you add a few basis points every month or so until we get into Q4. That seems like a reasonable strategy. I can't say I know exactly what's going to happen. But the fact that the 4-year pattern matched up so well, like you got to respect it a little bit.
100%. We were just talking about that last Patreon live. Again, guys, if you're not part of the Patreon, it's only $15 a month. We're going to have, of course, another live again tonight. And we went full, Boltard mode into the cycles last time. We were up to like 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday's meeting. Of course, having fun with the Chaos crew, answering your questions and making sure you can understand what's going on in the markets. All right, 62,000. Speaking of going on in the markets, what the hell's going on with the markets today, guys? Insane. Let's check out with you guys in the chat real quick. Clip says the sky is falling and find a tree. There you go. Okay. Clip says Trump. Will we go tonight? Normally, I wouldn't tell you. Well, he shouldn't tell you. Right? Because it's giving up our strategy. You got all these clips from Trump. It's great.
Mine's in. And we hit a lot of them last night. Like 28. We knocked out 28 boats last night. Little ones.
Damn,
That's
28 boats gone.
Little ones.
Are you going to try to take out more tonight?
Will we go tonight? Normally I wouldn't tell you. But you know what? There's not a thing they can do about it. So the answer is probably.
It is probably. All right. What else we got here from the Crypto Chaos crew in the chat? Okay, talks making me wonder about what sort of chaos is coming soon. Exactly, man. Everything's developing so fast. Out of nowhere, too. Out of nowhere. Again, we had 2 weeks of just silence on before the storm, as they say. And it really is the storm this morning. Cliff says, oh, we happen to have another solar event condition here soon as well. Oof. Damn. Too much. That could also disrupt technology as well. I like hugging trees during storms, says Cliff. Sure. I'd be out there with you, sure. The Ukraine midget. Strawberries, of course, referring to Lozinski in the chat. All right, guys, one more run through chat find, and we're going to probably call it. There is nothing going on. Trump says we may take over Karg Island, and adding to the chaos. Our chaos president also, wants to take Karg Island. He wants to take over Greenland. He wants to possibly get Canada to surrender. Who knows? Cuba? When Cuba? Oh, gee.
Leader in this conflict be targeted within the last few days.
And again, this is why you see WTI up at almost $75 a barrel and Brent now approaching $79 a barrel.
Damn,
Tyler, there's also a report that NATO
already.
may skip a summit next year. They just won't gather.
They don't want to deal with it.
Is that it? They just don't want to deal with it? They don't want to deal with President Trump?
That would be pretty remarkable if this is actually what comes through. It is preliminary reporting, but it is very telling that this conversation is even happening just because of how much a shadow President Trump's dismay with the NATO alliance is currently casting over this gathering. We heard President Trump very publicly say the only reason he was at this year's summit is because it's being hosted by Turkey, and he didn't want to disrespect the Turkish president, so that is why he ultimately came over. The reason why next year's summit could really be hanging in the balance here is because it's being hosted in Albania, which has been falling short of those defense spending commitments. Not to throw too many numbers out at you, but we know that the goal the White House wants to see NATO partners reach is 5% of GDP on military spending by 2035. Some allies have made some sizable moves towards that goal. Our analysts
All right. Yeah, we're not going to go with the next one because Albania's not giving us any money. They're not helping. I mean, it's good optics. I get it. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think that is all. We're not going to get those remaining minutes probably until this afternoon. By then, it'll probably be too late. We do have an update from Gwei, though. Look at it. Gwei's already back to 9 cents one. We saw a little bit of an uptick back to 10 cents here not too long ago. People taking some quick early profits that just bought the dip down to about 8 cents three. And I bought some more at 8 cents three. I bought another 25,000 tokens all the way down there. I just can't stop buying the Gwei dip. I'm just feeling so Gwei, guys. What can I say? What are you, stupid? Jeez. All right. Well, so that's what's going on, guys. Again, hold on to your butts. Everything is in the red, seemingly. Nothing really coming up too crazy today. ZBEC is up 1%. I guess that's good for some of our long-term bags holders on ZBEC. All right, guys. That's all I got. I wish there was more I could get into. This is all breaking and developing all day. I have to, of course, finish packing for my trip. I do have an update for you on that. So I am going to be heading out on Friday, but I will be making my morning live because I want to actually turn to the road later in the afternoon to kind of meet up with some family on the road later. So I'll be hanging out with you guys on the Patreon live, but I will not be on YouTube at night on Friday. And again, Thursday night, I'll be missing Thursday night to say goodbye to my friends here in Illinois, and move on, running, flying into the sunset and going to Florida and then Asia by the end of the year. All right, guys, so with that being said, have a great day. Stay safe out there. Don't get too bull-tardish, but have a great day anyway. I'll see you all soon. Later.
When will then be now? Soon.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with your promise and let me huddle forevermore.
to you by Jupiter. You gotta catch them all. What the hell? Later, guys.
Watch the cash burn, land fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, and he's taking the crown. But we're the ones that won't back down.